Welcome to my in-depth review and guide on how to use and counter the Cobra. In this video I'm going to go over all its stats and basically everything else there is to it. You can buy the Cobra for $4 million cash at the Mad City airport, and after you've bought it you can spawn it at any of the helipads or pick it up right at the airport. In this speed test I give my friend a big head start. As you can see, I easily catch up and overtake him. Just from the looks of it, I'd guess that this is about 25% faster than the Buzzard. An important thing to test with this helicopter is the ascent and descent rate. And as you can see in this test, I ascend a little bit faster than the Buzzard, but what really stands out is how fast it descends. As you can see, I'm pretty much twice as fast as him descending, and this will help you in a lot of dogfights when you can gain or lose altitude quicker than other helicopters. Now moving on to the vehicle health, the Cobra has 200 more HP than a car, totaling at 600 HP. This makes it slightly tankier than cars, but not by much. It'll start smoking at 140 HP, and then it'll go down once it reaches 0. And if you get to a gas station in time, you can repair your helicopter without it being blown up. On to the most important part of the Cobra, the weapons. The pilot operates the Barrage missiles, which fire in a burst of 8. However, even though it shoots 8 missiles, there are actually only 7 missiles in each pod. The Barrage missiles take just over 4 seconds to recharge, so that means if you hit each Barrage, then you can prevent someone from spawning themselves a getaway car. Each Cobra missile does 20 damage to players that aren't in a vehicle. If they're on a bike or they aim outside a vehicle, they take the same amount of damage. The total possible damage per barrage is 8 missiles times 20 damage, which is 160 damage, but the farther away your target is from the center of an explosion, the less damage the missiles do. Due to a recent buff, the Cobra now does 2 times damage against other vehicles. Each missile does 40 damage now, so a perfect barrage does 320 damage, enough to make normal cars start smoking. Cobra missiles behave unlike any other missile, so watch out. They have quite a bit of drop and inaccuracy, and you can see this for yourself. Like other explosives, Cobra missiles easily go through thin walls. The missiles are OP against ground targets, but not against air. Now onto the turret. This has got to be one of the worst turrets I've ever seen. Even though I have my cursor high up, my crosshair is a lot lower. This makes it almost impossible to aim, even if you aren't moving. The turret does 10 damage, with a headshot multiplier of 1.5 times, for a total of 15 damage to the head. Its DPS is 60. This is worse than the FAMAS. I wouldn't recommend using the turret for taking out anything smaller than a large jet. This is because the turret deals double damage to vehicles. Also, if you shoot at the tires of the vehicles, then you deal 30 damage instead. A major downside of this turret is that you can't aim at anything higher than the turret will go. To summarize the turret, it's only good at taking on vehicles that are either not moving or so big that you can't possibly miss. Now we move on to how to counter it, or in this case, how not to. You may already know that the riot shield deflects RPG and Buzzard missiles. Yeah, it doesn't do anything against Cobra missiles. Also, there's this. Don't use riot shield. If you don't have a lot of money, you can try the car plus gas station strategy. Your car will regenerate, and all you have to do is to get back into your car seat when missiles are coming, so that you don't get killed. But it has 2 weaknesses. The Cobra can use the gas station, and it can blow up the car. If you have the Knight Rider, you'll find it useful against unskilled Cobra pilots. It does 12 damage to other vehicles. One of the best combos against a Cobra is a minigun and jetpack. The minigun has insane DPS, and the jetpack makes you impossible to hit. One of the best vehicle counters to the Cobra is the Buzzard. Its missiles will almost always hit the Cobra, and if they don't, they will curve right back around. Also, the Buzzard is small enough to easily dodge Cobra barrages, but the Cobra has two counterplays. The pilot can just go to respawn another Cobra, or just go to gas station. But in a dogfight, the Buzzard will always win. Overall, I rate the Cobra an 8 out of 10. It's unparalleled in its ground attacking capability, but it just doesn't do anything against air. I highly recommend that you buy this vehicle anyways.